Ciao! Thank you for joining me today. I'm going to do a video tour of my painting, Il Ponte Fabricio, Roma, and I'm excited to tell you a little bit about it. It's a very interesting bridge in a very interesting location. Putting on my gloves so I can touch the painting. Let me bring this a little closer to start. One of the things I love about this bridge is that it's the oldest bridge in Rome. I find that totally fascinating. It was built back in ancient Rome and it is still in use today. There's a couple of interesting things that you need to know about that. This is actually the level of ancient Rome. Up here, where the top of the bridge is, and that's what you see today, is the level of modern Rome. So it works like this. You walk along the Lungo Tevere. That is the walkway that goes along the Tiber. We know it as the Tiber. The Romans call it the Tevere. So Lungo Tevere means the walkway along the Tiber. So you're walking along the Lungo Tevere, and you're at this level, the level of the top of the bridge. But that isn't where it always was. The bridge used to arc like this, up in an arch. And now, since modern Rome is higher, you're level with the top of the bridge in the parts that were way down. There are two arches that are covered. That is the level of ancient Rome. So it's really fascinating. This arch in the center, here's the three arches that you can still see today. There is one that's covered over here and one covered on the other side. This was a pressure release valve. So the bridge wasn't washed away when the Tiber did its, flood cycle, kind of like the Nile did every year. On the other side of the bridge, you see the Isola Tiberina, which is a tiny island in the middle of the Tiber. It is really pretty and definitely worth a visit. There's also another bridge on the other side of the island that goes to the other side of the Tevere. On the island, you see the Torre dei Caetani, which is a medieval tower, and it's one of the only medieval towers left in Rome. And it guarded the bridge, and that was really important in the Middle Ages because this was one of two ways to cross the river. And so if something happened to this bridge, there was only one other way. And, I like history. I study history all the time. So when I see these things, I love to know everything that came before and how it is today. We actually know the name of the ancient Roman that designed and built this bridge. He was Lucius Fabricius. And we know that because his name is actually carved in tiny letters above the big arches. So it's carved twice on this side, once over this and once over this, and then also on the other side. So in case you're coming the other way, you still know who built it. I thought that was kind of cute, actually. For those who like to walk or work out, a very interesting thing that you can do that I discovered last time I was in Rome is there's running trails along the Tevere at the level of ancient Rome. So what you do is you're up on the modern level, walk along the Tevere until you see staircases that go down, and that takes you to the level of the river. And you'll find tons of people strolling around and walking and running. And, it's a good idea to do it because then, you'll feel like you deserve another great Italian meal and you can head right to a cafe. That's what I like to do. Let me show you some of this detail up close. I should have left my gloves on. This is actually the Ponte in spring. You can get a better view of the arches up close. The ancient Romans were really good at building things with brick, and they used arches to channel the weight of things and make construction really sturdy and strong so it could last. Which you can see that they've really done this because this bridge is over 2,000 years old, and it's still in use just like any other bridge. I mean, you can walk right across it. There's not there's not a rope around it that you just have to look at it from afar because it's ancient and fragile. This is a really great place. One last thing about this, when you see this greenery here, the Tevere is lined with sycamore trees, and it provides a nice shady walkway, and a great place for a stroll. And when I do the paintings of the various places in Italy, I try to always include the correct greenery in the landscape. It's part of what makes it recognizable, and that is one of the things I love. I love the Mediterranean climate. I love warm weather, and the shady walkway on a hot day is really refreshing and nice, and you can't beat the view when you do that. So thank you for joining me on this tour today. And I put a link to the blog post about this painting. There's a time lapse video if you would like to see me paint it, or if you would like to take a look at the prints, that link is down there too. So take care. Have a great weekend.